Hey guys, it's Anna and welcome to my channel. Today's video is all about the bougie. I am going to be doing a full face of my most expensive makeup products. Initially, I was going to do half my face that and then the other half with my cheapest makeup products, but I realized very quickly that like 80% of my cheapest makeup products are Wet n Wild, and I feel like I've been talking about Wet n Wild non-stop lately, so I didn't want to get redundant. So it's just going to be a full face of very expensive. And not only is this going to be a tutorial, I'm going to be letting you guys know whether I think these products are worth the high price tag, and stay tuned to the end of the video. I have a little giveaway going on, so if you want to enter, find out what it is, stay tuned. Alright, so I'm going to be starting off with the eyes today since I'm wanting to go for something a little bit more dramatic. So I'm going to first prime my lids using the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place Flawless Wear Concealer. And this is in the shade 1C Light, and this is a whopping $29. I actually thought my most expensive concealer was going to be the Shape Tape because that's $28. But then, nope, Miss Estee Lauder found you in a drawer. I bought this as per Tati's recommendation, and I really like this concealer, but if I'm gonna be 100% honest, I don't think you absolutely need it in your collection. I feel like there are so many amazing drugstore concealers that do like the same thing as this one. This has really good coverage, not as much as Shape Tape, but it's still quite good. It does a really good job of not creasing all over the place. It's a really dependable, good concealer. So if you have the cash, I definitely recommend it, but I don't feel like you absolutely need to spend $29 to get a good concealer. And for the eyeshadow palette I'm going to be using today, I caved. I bought my first ever Natasha Denona palette. I don't know how I feel about this decision quite yet. I'm a little concerned of my well-being, my brain. But you guys, this color scheme is truly so incredible and so up my alley. You guys know I love colors that are a bit grungy, but these are still very wearable. Even though you have so many different shades, I find that this is a very wearable, colorful palette. And it's limited edition, so I didn't want to regret it down the line. I decided to pay through Beautylish. You can separate your payments into 3 different months. You know, I've got my car payment, now I have a Natasha Denona payment. This is $129. Yeah. I used it for the first time today. I used 1, 2, 3, 4 shades from the palette. I will say I was incredibly pleased with how well those colors blended, because normally when you pick up blues and greens, you really have to work with them to get that perfect blend. And I did this super dramatic smoky eye, and I honestly anticipated the look to take me like a half hour, because working with those kind of colors and dramatic looks normally take me a long time to do, but it was honestly super quick and super easy. However, I did notice that throughout the day, the pigment started to dull down a bit. Not so much that it would be noticeable to someone just talking to you, but you know, like you going super up close to a mirror, I started to see that the color was starting to fade. I am taking out payments on this palette. I literally expect this to be absolute perfection. So I'm going to continue to play with this and just see what I think. So now for this video, I actually want to do more of a warm tone look, because the blush, my most expensive blush, is very warm tone, so I want it to look okay. So I'm going to go ahead and dip into the shade Desert Date. Oh my gosh, that was way more pigmented than I expected. Oh my gosh, that is such a beautiful orange. Oh my gosh, I'm obsessed with that. Yeah, this is one of the prettiest matte shades I've ever seen in my life. This reminds me straight up of a orange creamsicle popsicle, which I hate those, but this is a beautiful color. Oh my gosh, I literally just want to put this all over the entire lid, but I'm not going to do that because that's boring and you guys expect more than that from me. I need to do better. The downside though with this palette is that I feel like I can only really accomplish smoky-eyed looks. I don't know, like You know, when you do halo eyes and cut creases, like, sure, you can do that with matte shades, but I just feel like they look so much better with shimmer shades. Like, the whole point of a halo eye, like the spotlight eyes, to make like the center of your eyes like super pop. I mean, of course you can do whatever you want, it's makeup, but it's kind of weird only working with matte shades. But I feel like these tones are perfect for an all matte look because they're very muted and grungy and like earthy toned. So I'm just gonna really wing this out because I feel like that's just most flattering for my eye shape. So then I'm gonna pick up the shade Tribe on a flat shader brush, and I'm just gonna pack this all over the lid. And then once that red color is down, I'm just gonna go over the edges again with the shade Desert Date, just to kind of blend this out more. Not only do I love these colors just for the shades alone, but this color combination like really makes blue eyes pop. So it's like, sorry, that was a little alarming. And this has the potential to ruin the eye look, but we're just gonna go for it. Gotta try new things. I'm gonna pick up the shade Thorn, and I'm just gonna run this right in my crease for like a harsh contrast line and flick it out along with the rest of the V. Ooh, it's kind of cool, a little editorial. Don't know what I'm doing. We are literally winging it. Then I'm gonna bring that color inward. Oh, it's kind of sick. And I'm just running a bit close to my lash line. Just adding a bit more of Desert Date on top. And I'm just re-intensifying Tribe to try to get a sharp edge over here. Alright, so moving on to the face, this is the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base, and this is $60. Now keep in mind, I did not pay full price for this. I cannot justify spending more than $50 on a primer because it's just primer. Like, you don't even see it. Like, yes, I know primer is so important. It can help in the longevity of your makeup, make your makeup look more skin-like, glowy, get rid of pores, you know, whatever. But still, I feel like it's more of a boring makeup product, and I just can't do it. But Bobbi Brown had a 20 or 25% off sale at one point, so then I decided to pick this up because Jeffree Star uses this all the time and raves about it. Do I think it's worth the hype? Yes and no. Don't get me wrong, this is a great primer. It's fantastic for moisturizing. I never ever feel dry after applying this. It provides a nice, smooth, healthy looking base for your makeup. However, it doesn't make my makeup last longer. It doesn't get rid of pores or anything like that. It doesn't make my face more glowy. It literally is just a really good moisturizer. And so yes, it's a great product, but I don't think it's worth $60. This is literally the primer I use whenever I'm testing out a foundation because I know that it's not going to influence it by making it look bad, but I know it's not going to make it look so much better than it actually is. So if you want to spend the money, it is good and you actually get a lot of product in here. I have used this so many times and it looks like I've barely dipped into this thing. You get 1.7 ounces in here, so that's a lot of product. For foundation, this is the Diorskin Forever Foundation. I have mine in the shade 15, and this is $52. This I decided to pick up because of Jaclyn Hill constantly raving about it, and I don't regret purchasing it for a second. It's one of my absolute holy grail foundations. This thing lasts all day long, and I swear it just gets better looking as the day goes on. I get so many compliments on my skin when I wear this. It looks so healthy and real. It doesn't look like makeup at all. It never gets cakey. It gets glowy in like all the right places. It smells amazing, like a very rich woman. And I have so many amazing drugstore foundations, but I haven't found a foundation from the drugstore that does exactly what this foundation does. And I would describe this to have medium coverage and a satin finish. Alright, so now I'm just going in with that Estee Lauder concealer again. I'm not going to do a bunch because I don't want a super ultra bright under eye right now. Oh, well, it looks like I might get that anyway. And then I'm just going to set that down real quick. The Laura Mercier translucent powder, which is $38. Alright, so I just got a little bit of red eyeshadow, like streaks in this area. I tried my best to cover it up with powder, but it's red. So we're just going to move on. I'm frustrated, but I don't want to start over. It's already 1 o'clock in the morning, so. Alright, so for contour, this is the Tarteist Pro Glow palette, and I'm going to go ahead and use this shade, and this palette is $45. I don't really have a super bougie contour. I definitely want to try the Kevyn Aucoin sculpting powder. I've heard a lot of good things about that one. But this powder is amazing. It's honestly the perfect contour shade for my skin tone. And I'm just going to run a little bit down the sides of my nose. This is the Real Techniques base shadow brush, by the way. I use this every day to contour my nose. And then my most expensive bronzer is the Marc Jacobs Tan-tastic Omega Bronzer. This is $49, and it's funny because I say this is worth every penny, but yet the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer is a dupe for it, like literally spot on. So yeah, it's up to you whether you want to spend your money on this or not. But if you were thinking about it, this is one of my all-time favorite bronzers ever. And so is the Physicians Formula. But you do get a lot of product in here, so at least there's that. And I could really use this for contour and bronzer because it's such a beautiful neutral color. It honestly just gives me a very realistic tan. I love warm bronzers. It's actually like my favorite type of bronzer, but this definitely looks the most realistic. It smells like coconuts and it blends so beautifully, and it's not overpoweringly pigmented either, so I feel like it's very beginner friendly. You're not gonna like go in and totally mess up your makeup. You know what I just realized? I forgot to apply an all over face powder. I mean, luckily my bronzer didn't go on patchy or anything like that, but I was going to use the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish Natural Powder, which is $34. I have a notebook on the ground with all the prices listed down below for my convenience. Anyway, this is actually one of my favorite blushes ever. I don't feature it that often on my channel. I think I might have only shown it once. This is the Marc Jacobs Air Blush in the shade Lines and Last Night. I am obsessed with this color because you have this beautiful vibrant warm coral on one end and then a super light peach over here, so you can really mix it however you want, like whatever side you like to lean towards more. I tend to just stick in the middle because that's just my perfect combination. If this is too much for you, you can definitely get a similar result at the drugstore because there are a lot of peachy blushes at the drugstore. So it's not that the formula is so ridiculously, mind-blowingly revolutionary, but it does have a little bit of a fun mixing concept. And then the lighter side just has the absolute smallest little bit of a golden sheen to it. Oh my gosh, this formula is beautiful. And then just to blend the edges and tone it down a bit, I always go in with this BH Cosmetics Duo Fiber Brush in number 9. Makes everything very airbrushed and perfect. This is definitely not a bougie brush. I don't own bougie brushes. I just can't seem to justify it, but colors, makeup, I will find a way. So this is the red, and I'm smoking this all along the lower lash line. And I'm just taking a little bit of the shade Thorn and placing it right on top of the lash line. And then I'm also connecting that brown with the rest of the wing on the lid. Alright, so before I go in with mascara, I'm going to go ahead and set my face first. That way it doesn't transfer onto my lid or anything like that. This is MAC Fix Plus, $26. And then while my face is still a bit damp, I'm going to go in with highlighter. The Hourglass Metallic Strobe Lighting Palette is worth every single penny, and it's now not available anymore. This is $62, and it's literally worth every penny. This is one of my holy grail highlighters. This is truly ridiculously beautiful. It doesn't emphasize texture. It just looks so smooth and glossy on the skin. I'm obsessed, and I actually can use every single shade in this palette, which is very rare for palettes. I really hope Hourglass brings this back. My favorite thing to do is mix these two shades, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Whenever someone asks me like, what is your favorite highlighting formula, this is one of the first ones that comes to mind. I have a few. This is definitely one of them. All right, so I've decided to do a few steps off camera so I don't bore you guys. I did my brows using the IT Cosmetics Brow Power, and then the Brow Gal Insta Tint Brown Hair Tinted Brow Gel. I set my face with the Glam Glow Glowsetter. Absolutely love this. Makes you look very glowy and dewy. And it smells like candy, which is always a plus. And then for mascara, I use the Benefit Bad Gal Bang Mascara. I'm very torn by this because I absolutely love the effect that it gives my lashes. It makes them look so long and incredible, but it does transfer throughout the day. So at the end of the day, I will literally see like individual black like hair markings on my lid, which is definitely not worth your money. So if it didn't do that, this would become holy grail, but it is what it is. And then for the last product, this is the Pat McGrath Mattetrance lipstick in the shade Venus and Furs. This retails for $38, but to be fair, I also bought this when there was a sale going on. I tend to only splurge when there is a sale because I have a really difficult time justifying all of this. Oh wow, that is such a pretty color. Alright, so this is actually my first time testing out this formula, and I am shocked. It looks very matte and drying in the tube, but once you put it on, it is so comfortable and lightweight. It feels like absolutely nothing on my lips, but it's matte. It was a very creamy, smooth, easy application. Didn't tug on my lips at all, and these are really pigmented. It was very difficult for me to get a precise application because I'm very shaky right now. It's 2 o'clock in the morning and I've had a lot of caffeine, so I would normally use a lip liner with this, but I'm not cheating, so I'm just using this today. I mean, I could use my most expensive lip liner, which is probably like Kylie, because it just comes in lip kits. There are certain things that I just don't spend my money on that are high end, like liners, mascara. That Bad Gal Bang was just a free little sampler that I got from Sephora. But yeah, this is the finished makeup look. I am honestly absolutely obsessed with this. I just love this eye technique. It's very different for me. But yeah, honestly, I love all these products. If I don't enjoy a product, I immediately put it in a bin to talk about in a makeup disappointments video, or I will give it away to my sister to try out, or I will return it. This video was more about like, are the products worth the price tag? So some of them I definitely think that they are, and others you could just get something from the drugstore that does the same thing. So before I sign off, I wanted to do a little giveaway for you guys. It's very little, it's just one product. I happen to have an extra Persona Identity palette, so I wanted to give it to you guys. I will definitely be doing some big hefty giveaways in the future, like as we hit milestones together here on YouTube. But yeah, I just happen to have an extra one and I wanted to give this to one of you guys. So the rules are super simple. All you gotta do is be subscribed to my YouTube channel, comment down below whatever you want, and then just include any way that I can contact you, whether that's Instagram or email. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up, turn your post notifications on, and I think that's it. We'll keep it simple. We'll have it run for a week, so whenever I post this video, I'll have the date that it will end on the screen. This, of course, is my own palette. You guys will be getting a new one, but I just wanted to show you the beauty of this palette. Persona, you guys, has truly one of the best eyeshadow formulas on the market. I'm obsessed with them. I rave about this palette all the time. I never need to wet these shimmer shades. These are all so pigmented and buttery. They blend like that. I love that this is a mix of cool tones and warm tones, and it's very neutral, perfect for absolutely any occasion. Also, I just wanted to say a huge thank you to you guys for all of your constant love and your support, opening up all these messages, DMs, comments like is so beautifully overwhelming. I smile every single time. You guys are incredible. I wish I could meet every single one of you and give you all a huge hug. Thank you so much. The opportunities that have come my way already because of you guys is just incredible. I don't feel deserving. Just thank you. Thank you so much. And this is very small. Like, this is just, I happen to have an extra one. I definitely want to do more giveaways in the future, big giveaways. Anyway, I wish you the best of luck in winning your own identity palette. You will be obsessed, I guarantee you. I will list all of the rules down below in case you forget anything. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you're having an amazing day and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!